The two leaders, the two heads come in the middle, and all the other members come together.
Archbishop Gabriel Malzer offered prayers for the prospective candidates and elected officials who will contest the 2025-2026 election cycle, but this solemn occasion was overshadowed by the familiar pantomime that has come to characterize local politics. The Jubilee celebration at St. Joseph the Worker Church in Gros-Islet was marred by perceived political maneuvering. Opposition leader Alan Chasney's attempt to extend the handshake to Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre during the Sign of Peace ritual was rebuffed, reflecting the escalating tensions stemming from inflammatory rhetoric on the campaign trail. The following day, the Prime Minister remained stoic when questioned by local reporters.
There were accusations by the opposition of an alleged lack of handshake at a church service yesterday. Are there any truths to that?
The last time I heard about handshakes are voluntary.
The opposition leader faced accusations from the ruling party that he had snubbed the Archbishop's post-service gathering. Chasney vehemently denied these claims, asserting that he had attended but had to leave for a prior engagement.
In fact, when we went there and my colleagues were with me, I said, no, Archbishop wants us to talk. So please go to other tables. A couple of minutes later, everybody came back to the table. I said, what are you doing here? They said, they told us to come back to the table. I said, okay. So we sat around for a while, and then I started getting phone calls because we had a bunch of ladies waiting for us at a restaurant for breakfast. Yes. I saw Emma leaving. I said, okay, well, maybe the Archbishop couldn't make it, so I left. Not to insult the Archbishop.
The machinations of the electoral cycle did not end there. Despite attempts to ease tensions within the House of Worship, political discourse quickly devolved into further acrimony later that Sunday. Opposition platform speeches were marked by what some observers described as colonial-era rhetoric, with policy differences underscored by veiled references to capital punishment and public flogging, raising concerns about the trajectory of national debate.
Could you imagine that a prime minister is aware of this, but yet chooses to turn a blind eye and to have such an individual in his cabinet? That prime minister, I know they don't hang these days, but oh my God, he deserves the worst possible penalty by exposing so many of his people to the danger of this individual by empowering him and giving him more power. This is what we are fighting against. So after betraying his ex-boss Kenny Anthony, Philip J. Pierre should be put into the Derek Walcott Square. In the old days, they used to call it Columbus Square. And be flogged.
In the days leading up to the church service, street protests erupted in Roseau, characterized by burning tires and barricaded communities, which some framed as public frustration over road conditions.
But the people of Roseau this week showed you this week that they had many videos to share with the people of St. Lucia. And so we saw the burning heat of dissatisfaction of a people who lit tires and blocked the road and anything that they can find, trees and old pallets and chairs and old furniture, and they made a statement.
The timing of these protests coincided with the commencement of road repairs, leading the Prime Minister to express skepticism regarding their organic nature.
These things are very powerful. These images reach as far as China, even Ukraine, these images. Now, I believe, and that's my belief, that this is a means of causing our country to look in a bad light for foreign consumption. Because when somebody sees tires being burnt in the road and barricades in the road, they will not understand that that doesn't affect the majority of people in St. Lucia. That doesn't say that right now, in the same constituency, there is work going on a major highway as we speak. There are millions of dollars worth of work going on in the same area as we speak. So these things are all part of the plan to send a bad image out for St. Lucia. All part of a plan to pretend that things are worse in St. Lucia than they are. Huh? By the opposition.
Amid widespread cynicism, the attempt at divine intervention within the supposed sanctity of the house of worship appeared to fail in quelling the corrosive flames of polarization and discord, raising alarms about the further erosion of public trust in the political system, exacerbated by every viral social media moment that contradicts the supposed Christian way of life. Joachim Duplessis, HTS News Force.
This man is no 6-star general. He not a 5-star general. He not a Boy Scout. He don't qualify. I am a master guide. I am qualified.